Floor plans are a top-down view of a home or other space drawn to scale. At a glance, they can look complex and confusing, but they use a common set of symbols that form a visual language. Once you understand how to speak that language, you can feel more confident in interacting with architects and contractors or making your own designs. Let's break down the basics of blueprint symbols, starting with the bones of the house, the walls. Walls are always represented by parallel lines with varying thickness. Thick lines mean exterior walls. Thinner lines usually mean interior walls. If you see an interior wall that's extra thick or has a letter S next to it, that's a structural load-bearing wall. Now on to doors, which are typically represented by a break in a wall with an arc indicating the swing direction. A single door has one arc. A double door has two arcs meeting in the middle. Sliding doors look like lines bypassing each other. Pocket doors slide right into the wall cavity. Swinging doors are similar to regular doors, except the door swings both inward and outward with an arc in each direction, like in a saloon. A revolving door is a circle segmented with lines radiating from the center. A bifold door is represented with two V-shaped lines, often used for closets, and a barn door slides along the outside face of a wall. Windows are drawn as breaks in the walls similar to doors, often with thin lines indicating glass. A fixed window is a simple opening in the wall with thin lines and no swing. A garden window is a small box that extends outward to create a box-like alcove for planting herbs. A bay window is composed of 3 segments at 45 or 30-degree angles projecting outward, and a bow window has several narrow window segments that curve outward. If your plan has multiple levels, you'll need to include stairs. Stairs look like a series of parallel rectangles, usually with an arrow or the labels up or DN or down to show you which way is which. They come in all shapes: straight, L-shaped with a 90-degree turn, U-shaped, zigzagging Z-stairs, or even spiral stairs, which look like a circle with steps radiating from the center. Other structural symbols may include load-bearing columns and beams, as well as fireplaces, closets, and elevators. Squares or circles can represent columns. Thick lines indicate beams. The fireplace symbol can be shown as a projection from a wall or have its own dedicated hearth area. Closets are not usually a unique symbol you drag and drop to a floor plan, but rather a small rectangular or square room inside a larger room with a door, sometimes a sliding door or bifold door. And a rectangular shaft with door openings indicates elevators and may include a label indicating as much. A floor plan with electrical information is often referred to as an electrical plan. This includes things like outlets shown as circles with lines through them, while a standard duplex outlet has 2 lines. If you see the letters GFCI, that's a ground fault circuit interrupter, the kind of safe outlet you need near water in bathrooms and kitchens. It's designed to protect you from severe electrical shocks and electrocution. Switches are marked with an S. A 3-way switch will have a little subscript 3 next to it, and a dimmer switch is a square with a D. Sailing lights are circles with 4 radiating lines like an X, and recessed sailing lights are the same symbol with the abbreviation RCLT attached to it. A recessed linear light is shown as a rectangle with a diagonal strike through it, and a wall-mounted light is a circle with an attached T-shaped line. The fan symbol is a small circle surrounded by blade shapes, and a black upside-down triangle represents a telephone outlet. A data outlet or jack is a white upside-down triangle. A doorbell is a square with a B inside and a circle on one side, while a ceiling-mounted speaker is a circle with an S inside. Plumbing symbols represent fixtures and water components. A sink symbol is an oval or rectangle with a drain. A double vanity is a long rectangle with 2 sink shapes inside spaced evenly apart. A shower is a box or curved enclosure, and a bath is a rectangle with an oval inside, with a drain or faucet. There's a rounded bowl shape for a toilet, and a similar design for a bidet. A small, narrow oval or U-shape mounted against a wall represents a urinal. A towel bar is a thin straight line mounted along a wall, sometimes with small brackets on each end. And a medicine cabinet is a shallow rectangle on a wall, sometimes marked with a mirrored line or cross to indicate a reflective surface. Many floor plans include basic HVAC and utility symbols even when a separate mechanical plan exists. Representing an air conditioner is a rectangle labeled AC, or it can contain a snowflake icon. A furnace symbol is a rectangle labeled FURN or F, sometimes with vent lines. A supply vent is a small rectangle with parallel lines indicating airflow direction into a room. A return air duct is a rectangle with a slash through it, or labeled R, to show air returning to the system. Show a small circle with a T for thermostat, and a circle with a yin-yang swirl pattern inside for an exhaust fan. A water heater is a circle or cylinder labeled WH, and a duct chase is a boxed-in area showing where ductwork runs vertically or horizontally. There are several emergency and fire safety symbols to show the floor plan's code compliance. A smoke detector is a hexagon with the letter S in its center. The same shape with a C is a carbon monoxide detector. A fire alarm is a square with the letter F. On a fire pre-plan, the NFPA standard exit symbol is a running man pictogram with the word exit. An emergency light is two inverted triangles that look like an hourglass. An exit light is a circle with four black and white pie pieces. Two concentric circles represent a sprinkler connection. A diamond shape divided into blue, red, yellow, and white sections shows hazardous materials. For gas shutoff, use a green triangle with the abbreviation NG. Water shutoff is a blue triangle with the letter W, and electrical shutoff is a yellow triangle with the letter E. Moving beyond architectural drawings, adding furniture to a floor plan allows you to visualize spacing and usability for interior design. Furniture is drawn from a top view to scale. A rectangle with pillows shown as smaller rounded rectangles at one end represents a bed. A regular sofa is a long rectangle with rounded or segmented cushions, while a sectional sofa is shown as an L-shaped or U-shaped combination of sofa rectangles for corner seating. A chair symbol is a small square or rounded shape, sometimes with a curved back. For a dining table, it's a rectangle or circle with evenly spaced small chair shapes around it. A small rectangle or oval placed in front of seating represents a coffee table. End tables are small squares or circles beside sofas or chairs. TV or media consoles show as long, narrow rectangles placed against the wall. For a TV, we see a thin rectangle representing the screen with an optional secondary rectangle representing the electronics. For a desk, it's a rectangle with a chair symbol tucked into one side. An office chair is a small circle or rounded square, sometimes with small markings for the wheels. And a dresser is a rectangle with small circles for knobs. Kitchen symbols represent cabinets, appliances, plumbing fixtures, and work surfaces. For base cabinets, use long rectangles along walls, which you can segment into sections. Wall cabinets use similar shapes drawn above base cabinets, but are sometimes thinner. A kitchen island is a freestanding rectangle in the middle of the space. For a sink, use an oval or double oval inside a countertop and just add another for a double sink. For a dishwasher, it's a rectangle next to a sink, often labeled as DW, while a refrigerator is a large rectangle, sometimes divided to show doors. A rectangle or square with burner circles on top represents a cooktop or stove. A hood or vent is symbolized as a trapezoid or other shape above a cooktop. And for a trash or recycling pullout, use this small cabinet section with indentation in the center. That's a good base of knowledge to get started drawing on your own. And when you are ready, SmartDraw has everything you need. From industry-standard structural symbols to electrical, plumbing, and hundreds of furniture layouts, SmartDraw makes it incredibly easy to bring your ideas to life.